That's not disturbing. Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente, and today we are starting Season 2 of The Witcher. This first episode is called A Grain of Truth. Geralt sets off with Ciri on a journey that leads him to an old friend. After the Battle of Sodden, Tissaia shows no mercy in her search for information. Now, I've been waiting for this season for quite a while. I absolutely loved Season 1, even if I did seem a little annoyed after the season finale of Season 1, because it just felt like they were building up to the moment of Geralt and Ciri finally meeting, like they were getting closer and closer, missing each other here and there, and then they stumble across one another in the middle of the woods, and cut to black. I was like, why? I wanted so much more. But now we are getting more. Let's see, what happened? So, Geralt and Ciri were bound in the Law of Surprise, and he was trying to claim her through the Law of Surprise from the rulers in Sintra when Niflheim? Wait, am I getting that right? Or am I mixing that with, like, Norse mythology? Niflheim? I'm sure they'll say it again in this episode. But their army was invading, led by the mage Fringilla, who wouldn't have even been there if Yennefer had only gone to her assignment in the first place instead of like the fancier place, which turned out to be boring as shit, and she wound up hating it. You get what you wish for, right? But he was on his quest to claim her, to protect her, because he knew that this would be dangerous and a lot of the people would probably die, which they did. And they finally found each other in the woods. But in the meantime, Yennefer, she had been this poor, misshapen girl who was pretty much shunned by her family and the townspeople and everything, and found that she had great power and was trained by Tissaia to be a great witch, or sorceress, or mage. And she really excelled at it, and she became beautiful and powerful, but she started to resent her decision to give up her ability to bear children, and that has been something that she has been trying to do ever since. She even tried to do it when they came across like a djinn in a bottle. And what exactly happened there? Something with Geralt. Geralt messed that up for her, and she became resentful towards him for it. I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode. Yeah, it's been a while. But she wound up getting recruited by Tissaia to go back with them and hold off the forces of Niflheim and help Sintra defeat them so they wouldn't be completely destroyed. Because Niflheim and the mage that was leading them, Fringilla, they were on the path of like taking down the old ways and getting rid of the school of the mages, and she was worried that that would just be destroying her way of life and everything that she had known and was holding dear at that school. So she got Yennefer to join the fight. So she unleashed a big blaze of fire to defeat their armies and vanished. So we have no idea what happened to her. I'm expecting to see her in this first episode. I'd like to know what happened. She just kind of vanished. Did she go to another plane of existence? Did she become another form? Was she hiding behind that rock? I did also recently react to the prequel movie, The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can see my reaction to that, or my reaction to all of Season 1. That pretty much gave us the story of the downfall of the Witchers, and it introduced us to Vesemir, who was actually the teacher of Geralt after their school at Kaer Morhen was completely destroyed. I was even surprised to see a young Geralt, completely bald-headed. But I do hear that Vesemir will be in this season, so I am excited to see him in live action. He was pretty badass in that movie. I'm also wondering if we're going to get some of that high-octane fighting and violence and gore that we saw in the animated movie in live action. That would be sweet. Now, I did get a few people that were a little annoyed with me in the comments on my reaction to the first season, because I was kind of like pointing out a few little like continuity errors or like little things like hair color changing between scenes. And that's just me. I like to see those little like mistakes or Easter eggs and pick them out. It doesn't mean that I'm condemning the whole series, but if I see a Starbucks cup or anything, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I found that little egg. I mean, if there's tons of them, then it's all like, ooh, someone was a little sloppy, but one here and there, that's not gonna ruin my opinion of a show. They're everywhere. They're in all kinds of shows and movies, and I just find it fun and interesting to find them. And I also like contemplating like the serious real world type of repercussions of people's actions. So if I make any comments like that, it's like in the MCU. Like, I love that the MCU is actually exploring like when superheroes make these grand decisions that they think are right, but then it really shows the real world consequences, like when Tony Stark decided to bring everyone back in the blip 5 years later but keep the world as it was in the 5 years it had happened since in order to keep his daughter. He inadvertently threw the entire world and probably the universe into turmoil. All of these people returned to homes that no longer belonged to them, to spouses who were probably remarried and moved on, parents that might have already passed, property that no longer belonged to them, bank accounts that were foreclosed. Like, all this pain and suffering and horrible things happening because Tony Stark wanted to save his daughter. Like, I like contemplating that type of stuff. So if I like see someone do an action in this and I'm like, ooh, they probably just caused all this to happen, don't get at me about like, it's a fantasy world, it's fiction, like, just suspension of disbelief. It's all like, well, I like to ponder. Don't get mad at me for pondering. But if you do want to see my full unedited reactions to this season 1 or Nightmare of the Wolf, go on and head over to my Patreon. It's only $5 for my full-length reactions to these. You can also click the link and go to the About section, and I have a full list of all my available content there, so you know what you're getting before you buy. But otherwise, let's go ahead and jump into this season.
Colin, where is everybody? Hello?
Everyone dead? Didn't make a cocktail today, but I have a spiked whiskey and coke for my dinner earlier. Oh shit! Oh damn! Well, it's basically beginning how Nightmare of the Wolf did. Some poor travelers ripped up by creatures. At least in Nightmare of the Wolf, I blamed that one boy for singing. It was like, if you weren't singing in the middle of the woods, announcing to everyone and everything your presence, maybe your family would be alive. It would be really interesting if we got some of Kitsu in this series in live action, because she was really interesting and very powerful. And I would imagine still alive. It would fit into Vesemir being in this, because like it would be his unfinished business. It's up to Seiya. Oh, that's cool. See through their eyes, even after death. Oh, looking for Yennefer, so still hasn't shown up in the aftermath.
She's gone.
Maybe when she was done with her fire spell, she just yeeted out like, I'm done, I'm tired.
Yennefer! Yennefer!
Yennefer!
Who else calls for Yennefer? Geralt. What's up, sexy?
We won because of her.
Well, you haven't found a body.
It bought us time until the armies arrive.
Was it worth it?
Don't tell me we're going to go this whole season until they get reunited, too. That'd be just as frustrating as him trying to find Ciri all of season 1.
I need to understand some things. You claim the law of surprise and got me. Why?
I saved your father's life.
And what?
Your grandmother. Your father didn't know what he was giving up.
That's why it's a surprise.
What is it?
There's no sign of Yennefer. She's lost for good.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, finding a body means lost for good.
Coordinating the Nilfgaardian attack with the prisoner we took.
It is Nilfgaard. No, I was saying Niflheim, wasn't I? That is Thor. That's Norse mythology. Whoops.
We need intelligence from that prisoner now. No one's been able to break him.
He will give us everything we need. If I can have time with him.
To say is like, I could break him. There's Yennefer. Ah, this bitch. Sup, Fringilla. Skank. How did she get captured by them? She was literally like burning them all to a crisp.
So, what exactly is Cameron?
My home.
How come I've never heard of it?
Did they rebuild?
I don't like it that way.
Sort of.
There was an attack a long time ago when I was a boy. So now we like to keep a low profile.
Alright. Oh, this is where the other people were attacked, so... Can't imagine it's the most hospitable place at the moment.
There are no guards. There are no barking dogs either. This place never sleeps.
Someone wants to frighten you away. What?
Geralt!
Nevelin?
Is this
What
your
the fuck are you
friend?
doing here, you old horse? You see my tusks and think I would bite the throat?
You don't seem like the one that would rip those other travelers to death.
I'm still me.
What the fuck else is in here? Why does this all seem too good to be true? Why does he sound like Torrin from Game of Thrones?
Nivelin, do you have a cat? I think the poor thing might be stuck in the ceiling.
I do, in fact. She's fine.
Didn't you say you were cursed to live alone?
Didn't you say cats are afraid of witches?
Maybe that thing in the roof is whatever killed those travelers, and it can't kill the big guy, so kind of lingers together with him.
I need to know what Nilfgaard wants.
Nothing like a little torture in the evening.
You have taken someone from me. So now I will take your knowledge and leave you cold and helpless, trapped in the eternal darkness of your own mind.
Dark.
And then you will know what a scream can really be.
Oh. Damn.
Let's play a drinking game.
Oh, now we're talking. What sort?
The kind that'll get the truth out of you.
Whoever misses your dear father's head drinks and tells the truth.
Haha. Get the truth out of him. What is really going on here? What creature's lurking in the attic?
What's your plan?
He's really good. This may be harder than we thought to get some truth out of him. Are you doing that on purpose?
You've become a lightweight, old friend. And where is this rarest and fairest of all maidens? The one who could crack an icy witch's heart?
She's dead.
So you think.
How are you not heartbroken?
Oh,
Who says I'm not?
I'm a total mess inside. It's just a steely exterior. I can relate.
Oh, the look of a man who's worried he's lost his touch.
The look of a man who's wondering why his old friend is cheating.
Magic knives.
I thought something was up.
What are you hiding now?
I need to drain the snake and hit the silk.
He doesn't even get a single damn question. Something's up. Definitely not a cat. And what, pray tell, are you? Prettier than I was expecting. At least somewhat normal looking, besides the whole crawling on the ceiling.
Who are you? I'm Farina, a friend of Nivelin.
He doesn't have any friends.
You were having a nightmare. I came to check on you. I've never met anyone alone in the heart like you. Different.
That's why you didn't kill her immediately.
He hid you from the witch. He loves
Plot thickens.
This must be our secret. Until you leave.
But then you must be the thing that killed those travelers, so you are dangerous. But are you malicious? You don't seem so. And whatever she is, she can't be that innocent if she's killing innocent girls. Is she feeding on him? Constant food because he can't die. She can't ever really kill him, so he's a constant source of sustenance. She's a parasite. And he probably can't kill her or get rid of her. He's probably so lonely that he doesn't mind the company, even though she is sucking on him every night. All she's gonna see is a girl. Don't touch her.
You hurt me.
Oh, great. Oh, it's literally a bat. A vampire.
I'll rip her throat out unless you leave us alone.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's not disturbing.
Mine. Oh, nobody's.
Oh, it wants to kill you.
I love you.
It's all wrong!
The curse is lifted.
This is what you call free.
You're human again.
I beg you. Use your sword.
You're mortal now.
Do it yourself. Yeah. You said you tried before. Oh, is he not magical anymore either? Loses all of his tricks.
I think there's something wrong with me. Everywhere I go, people die.
I think that's just kind of how the world works.
Sometimes I feel like I could burn the whole world. You're leading them to a salvation that doesn't exist. I wonder how long before they turn on you.
Oh,
Release me.
what is
You know
that?
I'm powerful. I can save us. We've got nothing.
What unspeakable horror is this? Oh shit! Whatever it is, it uses spears, and it left the two mages. Oh, is it gonna end here? Yes, it did. Oh wait, no. Don't start the next episode. Alrighty. So that was episode 1, A Grain of Truth. Which I assume is in reference to their little game of seeking the truth from, damn it, I forgot his name again. Start with an N? Neville. I want to say Neville, but that doesn't sound right. Yeah, I'll probably put it up later in editing. But, yeah, that was a really good start. We got to see the aftermath of the battle and Tisea dealing with the wounded and trying to get the information out of one of their prisoners. We didn't get to see what information that was. Maybe we'll get that in the next episode. Yennefer is now a prisoner of Fringilla, although it looks like their prisoner-captor relationship might have been thrown all out of whack, because they seem to be the only survivors and they may need to depend on one another to survive now. And then, of course, Geralt is leading Ciri to Kaer Morhen, but along the way run into an old friend, defeat a monster. She gets a good lesson in trusting monsters. Like, it is interesting that it kind of like could sense that she was different. She was like, I can sense that you're different, and I don't want to kill you because I can sense that you're something close to what I am, but not exactly the same. So it is cool to see that kind of like curiosity in the monsters around her. At least it didn't like strictly attack them and try to kill them. There might have also been fear, like the creature probably knew like a witcher, like Step carefully, I don't want to hurt this thing, because it might hurt me back, which it did, because Geralt's a badass. But yeah, that was a pretty tragic story, like a love between two monsters, but then him turning the blind eye to it literally slaughtering all the villagers and any travelers. Like, he's basically looking for a little hope himself, but like allowing such monstrous things to happen around him just for a little warmth of someone's touch. But now he's human, so if he feels any guilt, he can end himself. But he's human now. He can try to move on with his life. Hopefully that's not the last we see of Torn Greatbeard. I did really love the effects on the creature girl, like her like twitching around and everything, and her movements. That was really eerie, but really well done. I liked that effect. Overall, I noticed like a definite upping of the production value. Like, all the scenery and cinematography was really well done. It was gorgeous. And I'm excited to see some more of that this season. I don't think I will end on just one tonight. I think I want to watch one more episode. After that, it might start getting light outside, and then that will probably just mess up with my lighting. So one more I'm going to watch right after this. And then you guys will probably be seeing this edited version on YouTube sometime in the evening, because at some point I'm going to need some sleep. And then I'll get to editing my episode of The Expanse, and then this one. And I still need to make a video overlay for this episode. That might take me at least an hour. Hopefully it's nice and pretty and fancy. But yeah, what did you think of this episode? What was your favorite part? What are you excited to see this season? How soon before you think we'll see Vesemir pop up? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy reactions like these. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single one. And thanks for stopping in for this Vicarious View.